Hello, my name is Leo, and welcome to Tuesday, the 13th of September. That volume is quite loud. I should turn that down a bit. Yeah, it is. Hey, Risa, what's up? So I have a story that I want to tell everyone later. That I was just thinking to myself while I was lying in bed, and I will, if I hopefully I can remember most of the story. I'll tell you that at the end of today. Because otherwise we'll just be talking about this. So if you'd like to listen to a interesting story from Leo, not so interesting, but whatever, stay tuned. Tune in to the end and I'll tell it. Yeah. Don't hype it up too much, it's not that good. No.
Hey, did you see the show on TV last night? Now Takun was on.
Yes, I saw that.
That thing about the detective prince solving the case? Come on, we're the ones who actually caught the killer.
Don't worry, Yosuke, you don't want to you don't want publicity, you don't want to go on TV, because then we'll be targeted next. Also, let's not forget that yesterday I became intimate with Yukiko, and I wonder if Chia will actually find out, or if something's going to happen there. There's going to be some hostility. It probably won't be shown in the these story bits, because why would it? That wouldn't make sense.
But the police were the ones who identified the suspect, and he was cooperating with them on it, right?
Unless the game is smart enough to understand that. But I don't actually think it is. I don't think... a lot of these choices, when we went on the school trip, I tried doing, the different choices, and apart from, the next thing that they say, everything else is identical. The choices that I made fit best with what the dialogue was written, but there are other choices that don't make sense, but then it has, one line after that matches that, and then it goes back to the main dialogue that it should say. There's not... It's kind of like Telltale, David Cagey, in that your choices don't really matter.
So it's true that he helped solve the case.
I don't think this game has multiple endings. Okay. Hang on, sorry. Let me go back. I don't think it has branching cards. Yeah. I know it has at least two endings. A true ending and a normal ending, but it does, right? Well, 3 did, so I'm pretty sure this does.
I'm kind of surprised, though. I didn't think he was the type to go after the spotlight like that.
Good morning.
Why are you wearing a blue shirt? Where's your school uniform?
I've been waiting for you all. There's something I needed to discuss with you regarding the case.
Okay. Also, why is your shirt... Why does no one have their shirt tucked in? Wait, does Yosuke have his shirt tucked in? I think so.
Discuss? Dude, we'll be late if we talk too long. Hey, where's your uniform?
Oh good, at least someone's, pointing that out.
Could you please indulge my current theory on the matter?
Sure.
What is it?
First, as regards commonalities between the victims, all of them were kidnapped before they were murdered.
As regards commonalities, that's... Is that real? Is that real English? I don't know. Wouldn't it be regarding commonalities? I think what Naoto's going to say is that, yeah, all the victims were kidnapped before they were murdered, except for Moroka. Moroka was just straight up killed. Yeah. Which means that, what was his name again? Mitsuri? Whatever his name is. He killed Moroka, but he didn't kill the others.
The victims were all locals who had been the focus of recent media attention, becoming suddenly well-known.
Yep. And, ditto, Moroka was never on the news.
That is the most likely scenario.
Except...
I don't believe there's anything intrinsically unique about the victims themselves. Haven't you all come to the same conclusion?
Yes. I plead the fifth.
Then allow me to state my point. Will you admit that a number of you fit these identical circumstances?
Wait, what? What do you mean? Oh, yeah, we were kidnapped and we were on TV.
There was a long interval between the second and third deaths in this case.
That's true.
But after I applied the aforementioned criteria, I discovered several similar disappearances had taken place.
No. Yukiko and Kanji and Rise, they were just at the beach. That's all.
Yukiko Amagi, Kanji Tatsumi, Rise Kujikawa. All of you disappeared shortly after being shown on TV.
It's kind of funny that you're mentioning Kanji. He's not actually here.
Either you escaped death somehow, or you faked your own disappearances in order to divert attention from yourselves.
Yeah, that's what we did.
Since some of you had ties to the victims, there came a point where I suspected one of you must be the culprit.
That's fair enough, I guess.
You thought one of us was the killer? You can't be serious.
Not really. I mean, it kind of makes sense, Chia. We are kind of suspicious when you think about it.
This was a prior theory, since discarded.
Thanks.
Putting together everything I've learned until this moment, I believe exactly the opposite.
You mean... What do you mean the opposite? Does that mean you're the killer?
You aren't the culprits. You may, in fact, be the only ones with the means to pursue the true perpetrator.
There you go. I thought they were going to say we were the victims.
Seen as a joining of forces between the rescued, everything falls into place. Of course, this is all speculation.
No, of course.
There is in fact a flaw in the theory. It doesn't account for the third incident, Mr. Muraoka's murder. He has never been broadcast on television, and neither did he ever disappear. We must also consider the condition of his corpse.
Man, what was the condition of his
The
corpse?
first two victims are still listed with an unknown cause of death.
Oh, really?
But Mr. Muraoka died of an easily identifiable blunt force trauma to the occipital cranium.
So it was just bashed in the
The
face.
police have not satisfactorily resolved this discrepancy, yet they are desperate to close the case. Further action will be necessary to obtain some sort of decisive evidence.
Well, you should join us, get a persona, and then do fun stuff.
Further action? What do you mean?
Well, is he saying he wants to make himself a victim? This is turning into some Death Note shit, where he's gonna make himself the victim in order to find the answer. So he went on TV so that the killer will target him, and then he wants us to go in and rescue him.
Well, whatever the outcome, the evidence should come to light. You said something interesting to me not long ago.
At least tell me what your plan is, bitch. What?
Hey, where are you going?
This is not a game for me either.
Naoto-kun?
But it is a game. I'm playing it. I'm holding a controller right now. Okay, bye. Yata didn't come to school because he's been kidnapped. Alright, so it looks like we'll be going to the TV real soon. Are you ready to do that? Well, about that. What? We're gonna play Arena. Oh yeah. That's right, I do have to play Arena today. We're finally gonna arrive in Dagatha. The last of the main dungeons. Get the last piece of the Staff of Chaos to defeat Jagathon. And although I'm pretty sure we still need to go to the Imperial City and do a dungeon in the Imperial City. But yeah. So that means we're really close to finishing that game. We are. Depending on how long it takes us to do this dungeon, which if we're lucky it'll probably be, I don't know, 2 levels big. Might take us a day or 2, hopefully. And then it should take us like a month or something to get to Imperial City, and then we'll be done. Should be finished by like October? I don't know if you get it done by October, it's already the 13th now. I'm at the end of October. Oh, okay, fair enough, yeah. It's fine. You should have said by November. I know. Whatever, shit. Okay. Oh, this fucking camera. you want to start your story now? No. I'm gonna wait till the end because I should save the game because I haven't saved the game since like this time yesterday because we couldn't save the game last night, remember? Yeah. Anyway, I'll save my story to the end because I'm not great at telling these stories in particular detail and gameplaying at the same time. You know who we haven't talked to in a long time? Fucking Ko. There's Yumi there too. That's nice. Wait, did we talk to Library Girl since we came back from the trip? Oh, your senpai was with another girl? 9 times out of these situations, it's always like his sister or some bullshit. Okay, well, Chio's up here. Who's on the first? I wonder if Yukiko's hanging around. You really wanna, like, hang out with Yukiko? Well? There's also that douchebag. Oh yeah, that douchebag. Here's the thing, with Chia, right? We got her to level 9, yeah? And then we gave her the lunchbox, and then we talked to her again, and she max leveled. How much of the lunchbox was, like, a part of leveling up to the final level? Like, could I just... Because part of me thinks that we're in this girlfriend-boyfriend relationship, so all I really need to do is just talk to her and it'll be done. But another part of me thinks, no, that's probably not going to happen. It's probably nothing is going to happen, in fact. So, So the other thing to do would be to talk to Yumi. Hang out with Yumi. Or, hang out with Ko. Which is a possibility. Well, there doesn't really seem to be anyone around here. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday, a day that we could go, hang out with the young mother. Maybe? Let's have a look. Nope. It's Monday and Friday. Fair enough. So I don't think there's really anything else going on. Just a bunch of cicadas. Yeah, there's nothing really happening here. Okay. So what are my options again? Okay, so your options are Yukiko, Yumi, Ko. But to be fair, isn't Yosuke there too? No, he's not. He's not? No. You sure? Yeah. Could also hang out with Chia, but that seems stupid. Yeah. I'm curious to see what happens if you just hang out with Chia. Well... Oh, there's this guy too. Let's talk to this guy, fuck it. Really? Alright, fine. Yeah, we're gonna S-Link it. Here we go. I don't even remember when you gave me the handkerchief, but whatever. This is my sister's handkerchief. My mum put it in my bag by mistake. No one ever uses it anymore, so... I'm sure the handkerchief is glad to have been able to fulfill its duty as a handkerchief.
Thank you.
Thanks. Oh. No, thank you.
No, it's okay. Oh, I'm Naoki Konishi.
Oh, you have a name now. Apologize for saying that I hated when I first met. Gee, thanks. Wow, you're very polite today.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, you better be. Fucking bitch. I always say one word too many. Don't. You become acquaintances with... There we go. Naoki, yeah. So we got Naoto and we got Naoki now. Great. That's not confusing at all. Is struggling to cope with his complicated situation. You feel fate bond. Yeah, we go. Level up. What are we getting now? What's he gonna be? I don't even know. Hangman? I'm guessing that's Hangman. Tell me who it is! Hangman, yeah, there you go. Okay. You established the Saki's brother. Why is it called Saki's brother? Whatever. Of the Hangman Arcana. Wait, was that level 1? Because it didn't actually say it. No. Last time when I came to that meeting, I made everyone feel uneasy, right? After that, I was officially fired from the association. They told me not to come to the meetings anymore. Well, it's my own fault. Left behind again. Nah. If it's okay with you, maybe we can hang out sometime. I'm usually by the liquor store at the beginning of the week. At the beginning of the week. I'm helping out there. Well, I'll be going.
Goodbye.
By the way, Nakia went home. Well, there we go. We have established a new S-link. It's gonna rain tomorrow. I was gonna do the laundry. And? I don't know what the hell does that have to do with anything. I don't know. Oh yeah, I forgot I maxed out Fox too. Or 2 maxed out ones right now. So yeah, he's level 1. Okay. I don't really know if I really want to hang out with him or not though. Well, yeah. I am curious to see if hanging out with Yukiko will do anything. Maybe we'll have a look at it later. Right now, though... Oh no, here we go. Mushroom. You feel very itchy. Oh no, itchy. Oh. Oh no, I don't feel well. Ah. Damn it. Oh, you're an idiot now. Why? Because now I can't go back. Oh, whoops. Ow. I really shouldn't have done that. No, you shouldn't have. Bugger. Why? Because I wanted to hang out with Doge. And I also wanted to go back and see what it looked like, but now I can't go back, otherwise if I reset the game, it'll fuck up the whole pang. Fuck. Now we can just skip through this dialogue. Skip through this dialogue real quick. Ah, I can't see it. No, I'm not looking. As long as there isn't... Yeah, okay, fine, fair enough. Just cheating a little bit. Yeah, that's fine. Because I want to save that mushroom for there's got to be a rainy day. Oh, you mean today? Oh god, it is a rainy day. Yeah. So you eat the mushroom tonight, and then you won't waste time. Anyway, go to the title. What are we doing? Well, I'm going to stay with the narrative that we hang out with Saki's sister, Saki's brother, called Naoki, whatever the fuck his name is. But what we're actually going to do now is I just want to see what happens when I hang out with Yukiko. I just want to see. And then we'll hang out with Doge. Because can I just straight up fast forward? You can. because I want to also have that narrative going as well. Alright, so you can go. What do you got? What happens if you actually do level up? Well then, that's what we're gonna do tomorrow. Fair enough. No, it's not gonna happen. Nah. Okay, we made the right decision then. But you are gonna maybe need a lunchbox to get her up? Yeah, or something like that. Okay, well anyway, Doge.
Hey!
What's nothing happen with Doge too? Actually, wait a minute.
Night.
Shut up, Doge. Can I hang out? Oh, you can't, okay. Doge. Something gonna happen, or is it just gonna be spend time with Doge? Talk with Doge about various things. Here we go, okay. Go to sleep. Oh, is this late already? Night. Eh.
Yeah?
What? You said you would read me a book before bed. Oh, that's right. I got it. Just a few pages.
Yay!
Yay! Oh, fuck. Are you serious? Are you for real, Doge? Doge, we're here. Ichihara-san? Yes, then that means... Well, if it's okay with you, I can be there in just a few... I understand. Goodbye. Dad, are you leaving? It's my job. But you said you would read me a book. Look, here's how you handle it, Doge. Here's how you fucking handle it. You get her up into bed, you get her into bed, you read her a few pages of story, then you leave and you say you were caught in traffic. That's all you have to do. What is wrong with you? You don't have to leave right now. You're wasting time right now thinking about what to say. I can do that anytime. Fuck you! Just do it now! Oh my god! When is... Yeah, exactly. When is any time, bitch? Well... don't smile. Aren't you fighting? No. You can go, Dad. No, that's not it. I'm sorry, Nanako. What book do you want? It's okay? I promised. Oh! Come on, let's go, Nanako. Quick, hurry up!
Yeah!
You just gotta grab her and run her upstairs. Dude, you're being the big man! Man, she may read the whole thing. You better go, dude. You better fucking go. Let's talk. No, let's not talk. Go to fucking work. Don't worry about me. I'm cool, dude. The police call was from Ichihara-san, my former senpai. I'm having him run tests for Chisato's hit-and-run investigation. He was calling me to tell me that the test results are in. Oh, that's not very urgent. I mean, I know it's your dead wife and all, but come on. Judging by his tone, he didn't find anything the police hadn't... Well, then there was nothing to go to. Well, then... God damn it. He's really disheartened. Well... Fuck, dude. It was a white sedan, most likely large and American. As expected, no such car is registered in Inaba. No records of one being repaired or scraped either. Worst case scenario, the car's out of the country by now. It scares me. That I couldn't catch the pup. That I'll never have an outlet for the sick feeling. That I'll just have to swallow it. Yeah, you should do. You should join Big Boss and Mother Base. You can have your revenge. Yeah, or not. Because they never actually got their revenge after all that. Every time I look at Nanako, every time I notice ways she looks like her mother, I feel like my face is being pushed down into reality. And it scares me. Is it scary? Ha. I never thought I'd be talking to you about this. Dojima confided in you. You feel that you understand Dojima more. Level 7. Yay. I know I can't stay this way forever. Yeah, how long has it been? Actually, how many years has it been since your wife died? Because they're closing the case. It must have been fairly long. Well, you're still here. I need to face myself. What? Why do you need me to do that? Is that with Dojima some time in silence before going to your room? Okay. So, the true narrative of yesterday was that we talked to Saki's brother, and then we hang out with Doj. And I guess I'll just have to work on Yukiko. We better hurry up, because we do want to hang out with Yumi at some point. Yes, well, we've still got time. We don't have a lot of time, honestly. You got October, November, December. You got 3 months and a bit extra. Though not much more than 3 months, because I'm pretty sure this game ends on Christmas Day. Unless I'm mistaken about that. Well, Persona 3 ended like, well, the main game, yeah, the main game ended like, what was it, January 1st? Or December 31st? And then it jumps to March, yeah. Which I'm sure this game probably jumps to March too. Because that's like, you know, you're supposed to be here for a year, right? Yeah. Well, actually, if I remember correctly, wait, how did that work? In Persona 3, the game could have ended on December 31st, but then depending on your choices, it goes on for like 1 more month. Yeah, there's like an additional month of January where almost nothing happens, and then you have like the true boss. That's right, yeah. Anyway. Alright, well that's it for today. Now I wanted to talk about my story that I've totally forgotten about. Why was I thinking about this? Oh, Skyrim. So, the new Skyrim remaster is, when does that come out? I'd actually like to know when that comes out. If you could look that information up for me, that'd be great. But yeah, the new Skyrim remaster is going to come out. I think it comes out in October. Sounds right. When's the new Metal Gear Definitive Edition come out? I think that comes out at the same time. Really? Maybe I'm just making shit up. Maybe we're making shit up. Wait, I just saw Elder Scrolls 6 release date. Lol, what? That's bullshit. That can't be true. Also, it's gonna have PS4 Pro support. Yeah, well, you saw that in the Sony's press thing. What the fuck am I looking at? Oh my god, what the fuck is that? It's fucking clickbait, dude. Don't worry about it. Okay, anyway, what do you got? Yeah, so this is the big news that I heard, is that the PS4 version of Elder Scrolls 5 Skyrim Remastered and Fallout 4 will not feature mod support. Wait a minute, hasn't Fallout 4 already come out on PS4? Doesn't it already have mod support? Maybe not. But yeah, anyway, they're not gonna have mod support, which sucks. And it got me thinking, man, PlayStation owners of Skyrim really get shafted like all the time. Like when the Skyrim first came out, well, not when it first came out, but when the DLC was first coming out, it was all coming out on the 360 first. Luckily, I had the 360 version. I don't know if I ever would have bought the PS4, if I had the PS4 version, if I would have bought the 360 version just to get the DLC or not. But thankfully, as it turned out, through a interesting series of events that I'm going to divulge in a moment, thankfully, I had the 360 version, so I got all the DLC when it first came out, and then it took like ages for it to come out on PS3, that DLC. Yeah, like forever. So the Xbox One version's gonna have mods, but the PS4 won't, because Sony won't approve the way the mods work. That fucking sucks. And it kind of feels like it's not going to be a matter of time anymore. It's just going to be, no, you're just not going to get mods. Shit. That really sucks. So anyway, when does the game come out? Because I wasn't gonna buy it when it first came out anyway. But when does the game come out? It's not actually saying. Oh god damn it! This fucking news article is stupid. Also, it doesn't say anything about Elder Scrolls 6. Yeah, this is fucking bullshit, this news article. That says, you know, reveal of the release date. And there's no fucking release date, because I knew that already. Fuck you. Anyway. What I really wanted to know is, when does the game come out? Well, go to EB Games in Australia. That'll tell you. Wait, is this the right one? Yeah. Comes out, it comes out end of October. Right. So anyway, it got me thinking about how I ended up getting the 360 version of Skyrim. And the story of why I got the 360 version of Skyrim is kind of, like, sad and a little bit funny. So, my story starts back in the PS2 era, where until that point, until the PS2, well, including the PS2, I never actually bought my own console. I always got one for Christmas. I got a PS2 for Christmas. I think I did buy a PS2 at some point because my original one broke, or I wanted a Slim, something like that. Anyway, so what happened was with PS2, I made a decision at some point during the PS2's life. Not at the beginning, but at some point, that I wanted to finish every PS2 game that I ever owned. That I owned. Not that I ever owned, because some games I'd sold, like shitty games I'd sold and got rid of, and I didn't want to go like find them so I could finish them. So I don't think I actually got rid of games on purpose because I knew that I had to finish them. But some games weren't finished. For example, Turok Evolution. That game sucked. I mean, I could have finished it with cheats, but you know, I wanted to do it without cheating. Anyway, it took a while, but I did actually manage to finish all the games to completion, like the credits, that is, for all of my PS2 games. And I gave myself a gold for that. When the new generation was coming out, 360 and PS3, I had an idea. One of the games I had my eyes on was Grand Theft Auto 4. And I was thinking, you know what I could do with this? I could 100% it. And then I had an idea that I would just 100% every game that I owned. And then I wouldn't buy a new game until I 100% the old game. which is a really stupid idea. But well, no, it's not really stupid. But you know, I could never really live up to that. Well, I never did. But at least not like you can't buy a new game until you 100% the old one. Yeah, but you are kind of following that philosophy now in a way. Yeah, I guess. But anyway, so Blackjack got a 360. He got a 360 first. And I was like, yeah, what should I get? What should I get? And Metal Gear Solid 4 and the PS4 came out, and I was like, oh god, I want to play that so bad. I want to play it so bad. Fuck, I'm going to buy a PS4. And at the time, the PS4, no joke, was like $1,000. It was expensive as hell in Australia. So I bought a PS4, I bought Metal Gear Solid 4, I think I took it over to Avo's the first time, and I spent a week playing the absolute shit out of that game. I played that game so much. And then after a week, I took it back. I bought it from EB Games, and they had a week policy on their software. But I took it back, and I'm like, yeah, I want to take this back. They're like, no, it doesn't work for hardware. What? Really? So I'm driving home from where I bought it, and there's another EB on the way. I'm like, oh, let's just try these guys. I didn't even buy it from them, but I'm just gonna try them. And if they say yes, then sweet. And if they say no, well, I guess I'm in the new generation now. And they ummed and ahed a bit, and they went, alright, yeah, sure. I'm like, sweet. So I got my money back. I ended up playing Metal Gear Solid 4 a fuck ton in a week. And I just took it back and got my money back. And then later on, Avo and we went halves on a 360. With freaking, I think at the time, Rock Band World Tour had just come out. So we got all the stupid, because, you know, that was the fucking fad at the time. So we got all the stupid instruments for Rock Band. And I played that. I played a decent amount of Rock Band, to be fair. Not Rock Band, not Rock Band, sorry, Guitar Hero. Guitar Hero World Tour. Although, I think we did play Rock Band as well. Of course. Well, why wouldn't you? So yeah, so when I got the 360, I was like, I don't know if I really want to do this 100% thing or not. Because I had that idea with the PS3. That was the idea that I wanted to do it with. The 360 came with Mirror's Edge, which, yeah, I played shit at that game. But it also came with, fucking Kung Fu Panda. And I'm like, I don't want to play this game. I didn't want to play it, I don't want to finish it. Fuck, I think I played it a little bit, but I'm like, yeah, I don't want to. I've got much better things to do. To this date, I never finished it. This, my 360 is in Australia now. I'll never finish it. Ever. So I was like, yeah, I'm not going to do this 100% thing. The reason we got a 360 instead of a PS3 is because the 360 had a whole bunch of exclusives that I wanted. Like sequels to games like Rumble Roses, Ninja Gaiden, the games themselves were Rumble Roses 2, Ninja Gaiden 2, I think Kengo Zero was in there, all these sequels that, of the first game I really loved, so I wanted to play the sequel, and as it turned out all these sequels were, Ninja Gaiden 2 was alright, I never finished it though, and Rumble Roses 2, I in my opinion, sucked. Rumble Roses 1 was way better. The story, was great. I really liked Rumble Roses 1. But Rumble Roses 2 was nah. And then, yeah, Kengo Zero was, terrible. It was a terrible game. And, all those exclusives that I bought the 360 for ended up being shit. And then the other downside about 360 was that it didn't have, I ended up getting a bunch of Xbox Live for free because Jack had already bought Xbox Live, and he gave me all little. Back in the early days, you'd get all these coupons with games for like a month or 6 months free trial. It wasn't 6 months, no, it was a month. So I just used them all, and I when I bought Borderlands 1, sorry, my bad, Borderlands 1, which was actually Jack's idea. He had this idea of, we all had a 360 at that point, because Avo had bought another one. So instead of like, we were sharing it at the time, and then he just bought his own. And I'm like, okay, I guess I'll just head this then, okay? Yeah, sweet. I paid half price for a 360. Anyway, so we all had a 360, so he wanted to buy a game that we could all play together, like, regularly. So his idea was Borderlands, and I was like, well, I didn't really know anything about Borderlands at the time. But then he convinced me, I'm like, okay, fine, I'll buy it. And then I ended up playing it the most out of all of them. We had quite a bit of fun with that, and I played the shit out of that game. That was like one of the first games that I really like went into this like overdrive, playing the one game, and that's all you play for an extended period of time. Yeah, so I used the Xbox Live coupons to play that, but when that ran out, eventually, I just played single player, and that game kind of sucks, single player, honestly. Borderlands 1 does. Borderlands 2 is probably okay. I mean, we played Borderlands 2 for the most part on my channel, like, in single player without online, like, players. But Borderlands 1 is, like, really boring without multiple people. Anyway, and also, I tried playing the other characters in Borderlands 1, and I started with Mordecai, because he was like a cool sniper guy, and I like got into him, but then at a certain point, I think when you get to like the second big area, I went, you know what, I'm gonna try playing as Lilith, and Lilith is amazing. The best thing about Lilith is her like action, what is it called? It's just an action, her special action, whatever. Makes her run fast. It was amazing. She just traverse huge portions of the map really quickly. And it heals you. Yeah, that too. Anyway, I think the one that I hated the most was Brick, because his like action skill is just like fisticuffs, which is like kind of boring. Anyway, right? What happened after that? So we played Borderlands, and then a while later, through some interesting turn of events, and unfortunate series of events actually, I got my hands on a PS3. The big story was I was renovating my apartment. I bought a whole bunch of furniture like dishwasher and stuff from a company that went bankrupt before my stuff was shipped. And they're like, we're going bankrupt. I'm like, okay, great. I already paid for this shit. Give me my money back. No, we can't give you your money back. Fuck you. Give me my stuff. Give me something. So what they gave me fucking store credit. And I'm like, great, I've got like over $1,000 worth of fucking store credit. How much was it? I forget entirely how much it was. It was a lot of money. I don't know if it was 1,000. But I'm like, what am I gonna... I don't want any of this shit. Give me my fucking money back, you assholes. I ended up getting the stuff that I needed for my apartment cheaper, like somewhere else anyway. Yeah, my brother helped me out there. But my parents were with me, and they were interested in getting a new TV. So like, okay, here's what we'll do. We'll use your store credit to buy a TV, and then we'll just give you the money. And I'm like, oh, sweet. And then I used the rest of the money for like I think I bought like a VHS DVD player, and some like power bricks and some shitty stuff. And so they were like looking at TVs, and at the time, 3D TVs hadn't come out yet, but I think LEDs, LED TVs were kind of a thing at the time. Well, they were becoming a thing. So looking at these LED TVs, I was looking at the TVs, and Sony Bravia. I'm like, oh, Sony Bravia has a like special campaign where if you get a Sony Bravia TV, you get a PS3 for free. So I convinced them to get a Sony Bravia. So they had the TV, and I got the PS3 for free. It's fucking cha-ching! So yeah, so then I got a PS3. And I, of course, bought Metal Gear Solid 4 again. And then I found out that there was a Yakuza 3, which at the time I'd only played Yakuza 1 on the PS2. I didn't even realize there was a Yakuza 2. I had to go track down Yakuza 2, play that, then played 3, played the shit out of 3. And this is where I started my 100% thing. So, I did all the mini games and everything that is available in Yakuza 3. Which is why when I got Yakuza 4, I didn't really want to do all the mini games again. Although I'm trying to do it with Yakuza 5. I am trying to do all the little mini games and shit, but I don't know if I'll actually do all of them, because some of them take a long time to do. Like the Hanafuda stuff. Yeah. One of the toughest ones is bowling, but I actually did that the other day. I think I was streaming while I did it. I did a 200 point 10 frame game of bowling. Anyway, what was I going to say? What was I saying? 100%ing, right. So I started to, like, trying to 100% all of the PS3 games that I owned. Now, so what games did I have at that time? I didn't have much. I had Yakuza 3. I had Metal Gear Solid 4, which didn't have trophies. So, I think I've talked about this before, very different ways of classifying 100%. Like, there's, achievement completed, there's 100% in the game, there's true 100%, which is, this is what I didn't quite finish, but I did most of, with Metal Gear Solid 4. That is doing everything that you could possibly do in the game ever. So that game didn't have achievements. At the time. It does now, but I haven't actually got the achievements because I'm like, fuck you. I already did everything to get all these achievements already. But I have to do it again. So I got all the emblems, including like Foxhound and Big Boss and all that. And I did everything in the game, right? The only thing that I didn't do is I went through and I did full game playthroughs of using each weapon. Like, using, like, the Desert Eagle and doing the whole game, just using the Desert Eagle. I did, like, full playthrough of all in over-the-shoulder cam, full playthrough all in first person, full playthrough as no first person, full playthrough using the cardboard box the whole time, full playthrough using different camouflages, full playthrough, like, one camouflage for the whole playthrough, a full playthrough with, using the Mark II and Mark III only, at least for the most part. I did so many playthroughs of that game, it's insane. And that was back in the day when every time you started a new act, the game was like split into 4 acts, or 5 acts? I forget how many acts there were. But every time you started a new act, the game had to like download the data off the Blu-ray onto the PS3. That was before they fixed it where you could just download the whole thing. So, like, I had to wait, like, between acts. Like, that was, like, the majority of the time playing that game. Was me doing something else while I was waiting for that shit to happen. I played that game an awful lot. That's what I would call true 100%. I'm not sure what other games I've really done true 100%. I'd like to say Skyrim. But then again, you could also say that, like, you'd have to do that with all characters, but no, it's a bit much. Valkyria Chronicles also didn't have, achievement support, but there are all these, like, emblems that you can get and stuff. And I also did a thing where I used every single character in the game, and I killed everyone, I killed all the characters, and they get replaced with, like, shitty no-name characters that I also then killed. And then they get replaced with other ones. It's kind of funny. Like, all the characters can die. And then they get replaced with, like, shitty versions of them. Like, just no-name versions. It's kind of cool. Yeah, so I started on this path of, like, 100%ing all the games. And I did it for the most part until... So, what are we talking about? We're talking about Portal 2, talking about Yakuza 3, Yakuza 4... Metal Gear Solid, Valkyria Chronicles. I didn't have a lot of PS3 games at the time. Then I got Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo has killed it. Which unfortunately I can't show you my achievements. Can I show the achievements? No. Basically, was this before or after Skyrim? I don't know if... I think Portal 2, honestly, was actually after Gran Turismo, but it's neither here nor there. The important thing is, I didn't get all the achievements. There's like 2 achievements that I don't have. One is gold standard, because there's some impossibly... it's only a couple, but there's a couple of impossibly hard. I think they're the rally ones, or the like special events that I just can't do. And then the other one is this one where you have to do Nuremberg with stock standard, this is GTR 1, and like be at a certain time, and it's fucking hard, and apparently it's like a lot easier if you have a steering wheel, and I almost considered buying a fucking steering wheel just to do it, and like, I'm glad I didn't, because fuck that. But I have, like, the game says 100%, so I've 100% of the game, for all intents and purposes. I just don't have all the achievements. Because to 100% the game, you don't have to, like, get gold and everything, you just have to do everything. And I did everything, right? Fuck you. I also, did I end up getting every single car in the game? I'm pretty sure I collected every single car in the game. Okay, so, yeah. I ended up getting every single car in the game, and then what other games did we get? So when Orochi, was it Orochi 3? No, Skyrim. When Skyrim came out, I was like, oh, what should I buy it on? Should I buy it on PS3? Should I buy it on Xbox? Should I buy it on both? I actually bought the 360 version, and this is kind of sad, because I assumed that I would never get all the achievements done. So I bought the 360 version so that I would exonerate myself from the rule of 100%ing all my PS3 games. That's why I bought on the 360. As it turns out, I ended up getting all the achievements anyway, and like doing everything in that game. And as a lucky turn of events, that meant that I got all the DLC first. So yay for me! Victory. And then the other one was when Orochi 3 came out, I was like, what should I buy this on? I was thinking about buying it on the PS3, because then I could play online, because I don't have Xbox Live. But that game's kind of shitty with the online players, that you can't do a map online unless you've finished it in single player first anyway. So I'm like, oh. And I only had one controller for PS3 at the time. I didn't want to buy a new controller. So I'm like, okay, I'll just buy it on Xbox, which I did. And then it wasn't until Borderlands 2 that I'm like, okay, I should probably just buy a controller for PS3 so that I can play it online. And that's what I did. I bought Borderlands 2 on the on the PS3. Which I guess technically I haven't like 100% that game. Well, I as far as the main story is concerned, I have, but then there's all the DLC and shit. One day we'll maybe do it, I don't know. Maybe. Except for Borderlands 2 though, I've like 100%ed everything. Even Metal Gear. Even Metal Gear Solid 5, The Phantom Pain. And that is the end of my story. Yeah, I'm done. So, when we come back, we're going to do Wednesday. In Persona 4, but for now, my name is Leo, and I'll see you next time.